Oh my goodness. This one right here, this is hot off the presses. I mean, I just caught up with this one. I can't get over this. Why? Why is this happening? I don't get it. I mean, dude, I'm not understanding this, Mr. Gray. I am not understanding this at all. You have got to let me know what's going on. I mean, not that you owe me an explanation as to what's going on in your life and all those things, but everything is spilling over into the public. It's spilling. Maybe you forgot who you are and that you have a camera on you at all times. And yes, no one knows the ins and outs of being you. No one knows all of that. But my goodness, this has really been a trial by fire over the past couple of years for you. You are staying in the news. This is absolutely amazing. All right, so what are y'all saying I'm talking about? I am talking about John Gray, pastor in the Relentless Church. See, okay, I am, well, yes, I'm in a hotel because I've been traveling for work, and I'm in Baltimore now. But anyway, headed back home real soon. Can't wait to get home, see my family. But now, here we are. Now, according to Christian Post, John Gray's Relentless Church has been served eviction papers. They've been served, kicked out, about to be put on the curb if they don't work this out. So apparently, I don't know if they're working it out or not, but they've been served eviction papers. And Ron and Hope Carpenter allegedly wants the church back. Now, let's get into this story right here. So Hope Carpenter, who was the co-founder of Redemption Church, World Outreach Center in Greensville, South Carolina, which was rebranded Relentless Church last year, briefly spoke at a worship service in March where she defended the congregation's new pastor, John Gray, amid a scandal. And which scandal was that? Do we have to get into the list of scandals that have come down with John Gray over the past couple of years? We're not going to get into it. And I mean, y'all know, all you got to do is research, and I'm sure they'll come up if you follow the blogs and the vlogs. So, but in a letter that she released on Thursday, James Stephen Welch, a lawyer retained, in a letter released Thursday, James Stephen Welch, a lawyer retained by Gray from the firm McGowan Hood and Felder LLC, revealed that the relationship has now soured, and Hope Carpenter has allegedly told members of Relentless Church that Gray is a shady man. She's calling him shady. She's calling John Gray shady. Now, all of y'all have heard the voice messages and when he was going through the thing with this alleged cheating scandal. Now, she's calling him a shady man and she's calling him dishonest. I don't mean to laugh, but I'm really trying to figure out what's going on. I really am. And that she said that she and her husband, Ron, will soon be taking back their church. And Welch, in his letter to John R. Devlin, an attorney for the Carpenters, noted that on November 27, Gray was served a 30-day notice of termination for the church building they had apparently been leasing from the Carpenters. Now, he further cited that social media messages allegedly from Hope Carpenter to members of Relentless Church explaining why. You gotta wait till, okay, you gotta hear this. You've got to hear this. She said, Miss Hope Carpenter, the one that defended the man on the stage while he was going through his mess, this is what she now has to say about John and Relentless Church. And she said this to the people, the members of Relentless Church, explaining this. So she says, we are asking them to vacate our building because everything is still in our name, and they are 3 to 4 months behind on all the bills that are in Redemption's name. Maybe you should have kept that car. Maybe you should have returned that car instead of paying. Anyway, I'm not getting into all that. So we have tried so hard to make it work with them, but he is a shady man. Now, these are her words, allegedly. Very dishonest. We will be taking our church back and we will make it a campus. We will be live on Sunday 1 month and the rest we will stream. We are very excited to have our campus back, but we are very sad that John Gray has not lived up to his end of the agreement. Please do not say anything. We will make a public announcement soon. The alleged message from Hope Carpenter to Relentless Church members said. Welch argued that it isn't Gray and Relentless Church that failed to honor the agreement between the parties. Now, And the story goes on to say, as you may be aware, Redemption Church and Ron Carpenter could not follow through, will sick all the terms of the original transition agreement related to property when Relentless moved in. Okay, I'm trying to understand how. Okay, there we go. Subsequently, 2 leases were negotiated to allow Relentless to lease the properties, which you list in your letter, until Relentless exercises options under the leases to obtain the properties. Based on these lease terms, Relentless has paid and is current on both leases, and possibly has overpaid based on rent increases by Ron Carpenter and Redemption, Welch stated. He also called on the Carpenters to cease and desist with direct messages and other correspondence to Relentless church members, and specifically referenced the alleged message from Hope Carpenter as being a very serious defamatory statements. Pastor Gray and Relentless have gone above and beyond the original transfer terms to make this work. Well said. Of an agreement between the parties. It is Ron Carpenter and Redemption Church who could not comply with the transfer agreement. This is messy, 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 messy. He further added that it was unfair to the Carpenters to ask Gray and his congregation to vacate the property in 30 days. We are having a hard time understanding how an entity, much less a Christian ministry, Christian ministry, can expect a church the size of Relentless to move in 30 days, especially when the rent is current. Could it be that the threat of eviction of a 30-day notice is really so that the Carpenters can do exactly what Hope has outlined in her Facebook DM? Sincerely hope not, Welch said. He further noted that the matter was not resolved in a reasonable manner. Gray would take further steps to protect his reputation. In March, in the wake of a slew of controversies concerning allegations of marital infidelity, Relentless Church purchased a $1.8 million home for the Grays, and the Gray gifting his wife a $200,000 Lambo. Hope Carpenter publicly defended Gray and his wife, Aventer, from critics and media reports. At that point, she says, I love Pastor John and Pastor Aventer. I believe in you. I'm praying for you. I'm rooting for you. I cut people, and I've got a knife right in that pocketbook. So, this is silly. I don't even know what to say about this. This is ridiculous. Wow. This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to say this. Grays and Carpenters, if this is all misinterpreted, get it together. Get this whole thing together. And get out of the papers. Get out of the news. There's no need for y'all to be in the news and the papers for people to be carrying on and reading and making vlogs and blogs and all of that kind of stuff for the world to see. Now, get out of the papers. Get your stuff together. Come out of the limelight. And just preach the word of God. Just preach the word of God. So you don't have to run into stuff like this. Now, there's legal matters and there's spiritual matters. And spiritually, y'all try to work that out. And if you have to go legal, then you go legal. But I'm telling you, get out of the news. John, just sit down. I'm telling you, just sit down. Man, just sit down. I don't get it. This is crazy, John. It never stops. It doesn't stop. Anyway, all right. I'm going to be going into, y'all keep your eyes on Jesus, like I always say, because he is Lord. Holla.